Hey, I'm going to show you how to work with the AppearGroup object. The AppearGroup is used to hide and show stuff. So if we put these files here on top of the table, and then we connect the files to the AppearGroup through here. So you can do insert reference to object. It's complicated because there's a lot of objects here to go through them. It's much easier to select a group and hit Control, and while pressing Control, press right mouse button and do Add. So what the AppearGroup does is it hides everything that's connected to it when we hide the AppearGroup. So how do we hide the AppearGroup? First of all, we name it, so it can be called in the script AppearGroup test. Actually, let's do AppearGroup table stuff, so we know actually what we're doing. So now in the code to hide everything, we do hide AppearGroup AG table stuff. We compile, there's no errors. So we can test and we can see that everything connected to that AppearGroup will be hidden. Do semaphore. Semaphore is to stop the map from exiting, because we have no actual actions we need to do, so the game just goes through everything and it finishes. So let's test. All right, so as you can see, no file. Obviously you can add how many objects you want to the AppearGroup. It'll hide everything. So let's put a mini. This is like a little statue of a generator. So we go there, right click, add. So you can add how many things you want. It will hide everything. To show everything after it's hidden, so imagine you first hide it and then you have an action for the player, a go to. I'm not going to write it, but then you want to show it. After the player goes somewhere, you want to show everything that's attached to the AppearGroup. So you go AppearGroup, right. So this hides everything attached to the group and shows everything attached to the group. The problem is when we want to hide a selection object, and a selection object is a bunch of items. I don't know why I deleted everything, but so an object, a selection object or a group is multiple things turned into a group. So we do that by going create group, and we do table stuff, right? So this now is a group of objects. So imagine you have a house with 5,000 assets and you want to duplicate the house 5-6 times. You can copy and paste or just drag. But the problem is if you want all those houses to be the same and you want to change something inside the houses so they're all the same, you have to go to all 5 to change the exact same thing. As if you had multiple groups, and if you change something inside, why won't I open? Oh. So if you change something inside the group, which is duplicated several times, it'll change all the groups at once, right? So we change the generator a bit, and now we do save. So it'll change everything because this is a copy of the same group, right? So it's very normal to have a lot of groups. Now the problem is when you want to hide an entire group of 5,000 assets or 50 assets or 10, it doesn't matter. The AppearGroup doesn't seem to work on groups, which is kind of weird because this is called an AppearGroup and that is a group. So it should work anyway. Doing this it doesn't even show the add option here, but we could do it through here, but this doesn't work. So that's one thing that doesn't work. Another thing that doesn't work is actually hiding the selection object with a quest by going to the quest. So we can do hide, selection object, it's here, and table stuff, it's here. So the tools has no problem in targeting that, but it doesn't work. So we cannot do hide selection object, and we cannot attach a selection object to the appear group. None of it works. So how the do you hide an entire group? Because it makes it much easier to work with the tools. So all you do really is you put the appear group inside the group you want to hide. So let's open that. That's an open group now. I have a keyboard shortcut to open and close groups. Let's put the appear group inside table stuff. And now we save the group. Actually, we need to do some stuff inside the group first. So we're inside the group now. We don't have any reference to the appear group, but we add them, right? The same way we would add it outside, we have to do the same thing. So we add everything we want to hide to the appear group. But in this case, it's different because we have the appear group inside the selection object, the group. Okay. All right. So we have a selection object, a group of objects called table stuff, and the appear group is inside that selection object. And now we do hide appear group, and we have a magic thing which targets the appear group that's inside the selection object. Let's test it. Actually, a magical thing, that's no magical thing. That's a like a folder thing. So you have 5 folders and the appear group is in the last folder, 5 folders deep. So all those 2 dots really do is like a path. So inside folder 1, then inside folder 2, 3, 4, 5, you do folder 1, ... folder 2, ... etc. until you reach the appear group. So that's all this is. So inside the group table stuff, target the appear group object and hide it. If we were to create another group from this group, so let's say we want to create another group. We attach, the coffee table isn't. So we can attach the coffee table and the platform. And we select table stuff group and we create another group. This would be the top level folder, right? So this would be like my computer. So inside my computer, there's a folder called table stuff, and inside table stuff, that's where the appear group is. And this in the code is all that does, it targets stuff. So for this to work, we would do another group. Let's get out of here. Yeah, you probably saw it, everything disappeared, right? So do that, compile. That gave an error because we're calling the first folder here another group, but we didn't actually name it. Here, name, okay? Right, so no issues, and that should work. And that's it, basically. You add the group, the appear group object inside the group that has the things you want to hide, and then target everything. There's also another object, which is the quest enable group, and you can do basically the enable and disable of everything inside a group and target everything to that object. So here we go. So it's pretty easy, you know? It's pretty easy to do. It wasn't that easy to figure out. I mean, I didn't try to figure this out a lot previously. Yeah. Okay, that's enough rambling. I'll see you in the future.